Let me just wish you all the best wishes for this new year. This is the first episode of Hair Impact for 2020, and I hope you have the most amazing year ahead and the most amazing decade. Unfortunately, the year started a little bit, not so nice, especially what is happening to Australia with all these wildfires that you see. So apparently, a lot of animals, people, properties were lost, and it's a big concern not only for Australia but for the whole world. And that's why we wanted to learn about wildfires and why are they happening and their effects. So wildfires are actually the fires that you see in remote areas, in remote rural areas mainly. And they happen because of natural, sometimes causes like lighting or other causes that occur naturally in nature, but also human made. And unfortunately, humans are number one cause of even wildfires, like campfires, let's say, that are spreading, or even the waste, the litter we do when we go to the forest. Like if you leave maybe a bottle behind, that can cause finally fires. So that's why we have to take care not to leave any litter, not to, with ourselves when we open a fire in the rural area, to keep in mind that it can spread and it can spread very fast. So that's the causes of wildfires actually. That is happening in Australia, and the spreading is because of, as it happens also in Australia right now, of lack of water. So it didn't rain for a long time. And when it doesn't rain for a long time, the land becomes dry, except that no, water storage, right, in lakes, rivers, dams. The flow is so low, but also the soil is not moisture, you know, there's no moisture in the soil. So that increased the spread of the fire. It became more and more easier for the fire to spread because of that dry land. And that's why wild, wildfires are associated most often with conditions with dry weather, say in the summertime when you don't see a lot of fires happening again in Australia recently, but also California, the Amazon. So you see all these fires happening. So the weather is important. And because the weather is important, it also important is the land. So if you don't have, how the land, if it's a bare land, let's say, and it doesn't attract the clouds, so that affects also. And that's the effects of climate change, let's say. So we have these long periods that doesn't rain because of climate change, and that affects the weather, of course, but also the land. It doesn't has water for storage, and wildfires become more intense, more frequent because of that. So climate change is direct indicator, direct cause of wildfires. So we need to take care to prevent as much as we can. Now, wildfires, of course, again, is because of climate change. It becomes more frequent, and so that's why we need to prevent what our actions when we increase the causes of climate change, when we increase the emissions to the atmosphere through industry, through agriculture. So agriculture is major contributor to emission to the livestock. They release gases, and that cause climate change effects. So that's what wildfires are. That is happening now in Australia, and it's happening all over the world. In parts of the world that summer just it's extended not into 3 months, but like half year or even more. Cyprus, we have the same problem, and 99% of wildfires, of course, are cause of humans. They don't take care. You know, um, they don't take care when they open fires to burn, let's say, in their fields. They don't burn their waste. They burn in their camps where they are, like cigarettes. Another reason. So please take care. Do not promote. Do not help increase the number of wildfires, because it can cause loss of human life, it can cause loss of animals, they cannot escape, it can cause loss of property, it causes major changes to the landscape, to the environment. We lose so much with wildfires. Thank you for being with me in this episode, and I hope to see you to another episode of Her Impact. So make knowledge your superpower. Don't forget with wildfires in order to prevent them. And I'll see you next time.